What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Alright, so I thought we'd do something a little different today. Something it could be fun, but it's gonna definitely be a little embarrassing for me. We're in January. January is almost over with. Holy shit! We just jumped in the new year, and already January is about to end. Crap! Anyway, January, of course, is usually known as a very bad month, a shit month for movies. You always get these crappy horror movies in January. You get movies that were delayed for so long and they were just dumped in January. January has always had the reputation of containing bad movies. I even have a few friends, like my critic buddies, my reviewing buddies, who are purposely watching shitty movies every day so that they can review them and rant on them and what have you. That's something I want to do. No, I've done that. Purposely watched shitty movies just so I could rant on them. I'm not doing that no more. But what I am going to show you are some movies that are from my DVD collection that I'm pretty ashamed of. Truthfully told, I've been needing to make this video for years, and every time I was going to do it, I always kind of forgot about it or just didn't want to do it. But I was kind of inspired by the people who, are talking about crappy movies, and I'm not purposely gonna watch any shitty movies right now, but I can definitely show you the crappy ones that I own. Now, the movies I'm gonna show you are films that I actually bought, I paid for, or if I didn't buy them, I wanted them for some reason or another. My cat is scratching at the door. He wants to leave. My cat is smart. Even he doesn't want to know about these movies. So hang on a second. Get me out of here! Go on, buddy. That's my little three-legged wonder. And we got a little joke as well. My friend Dan and I, years ago, Rotten Tomatoes came out with a list of 100 worst reviewed movies of all time. And, I have some of those movies. And we always make a joke. He says, see, you have 20% of the worst movies ever made. And I was joking, say 17%. As the years went by, for some reason, the numbers go higher, the percentages go higher, but whatever. Now, truth be told, I have some shitty movies in my collection. I'm gonna admit that. But some shitty movies that I have, I kind of like, or I didn't pay for them, or something. I have my guilty pleasures, but these movies are particularly bad. I don't really care for these movies. So we're going to show them right now. If my friend Dan is watching this, he'll definitely get a kick out of it. In fact, you're going to see that a lot of these movies have dust on them. Right there, by my bed, right there, exactly where I'm pointing, that's where I carry them. That's where I put them. I don't display them. I have them stacked so that they collect dust, and I cover them with all kinds of crap. I actually had to dig these out. So, without further ado, we're already 4 minutes in this video, and no, I'm not going to start over. We're going to keep going. Let's show you the shitty movies that I own on DVD. And maybe maybe I'll make a series of this. Maybe I'll pick out some more movies in my collection that are just not good, and maybe I'll explain why I have them or whether or not I like them. So let's start out with Shark Tale. Hey, as you can see, there's dust all over it. I don't think I've ever actually used this copy. It is a used copy, however. I'm sure I've said this before on this channel. I used to work for Blockbuster, and I used to buy movies a lot. As a matter of fact, I would buy movies on impulse. I would buy a movie, at least one movie, every new release Tuesday. No matter what, I would buy a new movie or a stack of new movies. I was just addicted to buying movies. Now, in this particular case, in Shark Tale's case, which, in all honesty, is probably not really an awful movie. As a kid's movie, it's okay, it's harmless, it's colorful, it's cute, but as a film, it's painfully mediocre. I remember watching it and thinking, this isn't really good. But it's animated. I should like it. Because I love animated movies. And the reason why I bought it was because I was kind of on a kick. I wanted to buy as many animated movies as I could. I was trying to build my animation collection. And, this being a DreamWorks film, being from the studio that brought you Shrek, and having the stars that it has, Will Smith, Angelina Jolie, Renee Zellweger, where's she at now? Jack Black, Robert De Niro, Bobby D, and Martin Scorsese for some reason. Scorsese's not an actor, I don't know why. I bought this because, I saw it, I rented it before, I got it. I didn't really like it. But I only bought it because I was trying to build my collection of animation and movies like this. But I knew I didn't really want it. So it's kind of stupid of me to have ever bought this movie. Now, it was a used copy, and I don't know if anybody remembers this, but at Blockbuster, you could get deals on used movies. Usually buy one, get one free, or buy two, get one free. I'm pretty sure this was one of those deals. Or sometimes we would have like a major sale percentage-wise on these movies. But I'm pretty sure this was a buy one, get one free. Whatever the case is, I have Shark Tale in my collection, unfortunately. Next is a movie that it pretty much defines mediocrity, and I definitely bought it for shallow reasons. Into the Blue, yup, good old Paul Walker there, oh, he's so dreamy. No, obviously I bought it for Jessica Alba in that blue bikini, and the numerous ass shots that are given to her. This is definitely eye candy central right here. But may the great Paul Walker rest in peace. But when he was alive, obviously this was a movie for women to oogle after him. A movie for us guys to just go bug-eyed over Jessica Alba. The sad thing is neither of these people could actually act. Paul Walker did the best. He always did the best he could. And Jessica Alba, I don't know. I think she was aware that she just was not a good actress. She's not acting anymore. She's got her billion dollar diaper company or whatever the hell. But she knew she looked good, and she knew that's why guys wanted to see her. This movie is incredibly dull. When I first saw this movie, I think, again, I worked for Blockbuster, got free rentals, and we got those movies before they were released. I'm pretty sure I rented it, and I fooled myself into liking it just so I can justify buying it, just because of Jessica Alba. But when I watched it again, it sucked, man. I realized this is a boring ass movie. Um, it's just, it's a beautiful looking movie. All the locations and everything, it makes everything look great. I could imagine it probably looks amazing on Blu-ray, but yeah, nonetheless, I am not watching this shit again. It's so boring, and to be quite honest, although I did, of course, like most guys, have the biggest crush on Jessica Alba, I'm kind of over her. There's more beautiful women than her. She's fine as shit, but I don't really think of her as much as I used to. Oh no. Okay. So I have this movie, and I actually did like it. At least I thought myself into doing so. Are we there yet? What the hell? Yup, what do I always say? I don't know if I say it on this channel. Ice Cube is my idol. I love Ice Cube in almost everything he does. This falls in line with the almost category. When I first saw this movie, I actually did like it, but I liked it because of him. I liked it because, it's Ice Cube doing Ice Cube, except without the cursing. These kids are fucking terrible. They're little demons, and they should have been left on the side of the road. And, in fact, I'm gonna change the narrative. Ice Cube takes care of these kids because he's trying to get at Nia Long's character. I don't blame him. Nia Long, fuck yeah, I love that woman. She's hot as shit. And he's trying to take care of these kids, and that he's driving them across country to get to her. It's simple. You could have just said, I'm so sorry. They died, yo. They died in an accident, and yeah. And then, hold on to Nia Long, and okay, it's pretty dark to have to lie about kids. What's with the stupid deal? That it's like they had to do that to make you understand that this is a kids movie. Yeah, it's a really stupid movie, and like I said, these kids are hellions, and then they try to give you this half-baked subplot about how their daddy left them, and they're very sad and traumatized because, fuck that. They're stupid ass little kids. Especially a little girl. Oh my god, little girl's fucking annoying. Now, of course, by the end of the movie, everything's all hunky-dory, happy ending. Ice Cube actually gets to kiss Nia Long after being in, 2 movies with her, never being able to kiss those angelic lips. This third movie, it's probably why he did the movie, was so that he can kiss Nia Long. But, whatever. And I know a lot of people call Cube a sellout because of this. Motherfucker, the movie's fuck the movie. He got paid for this, and he did it for his kids. Who gives a shit? I actually have a whole lot to say about the whole sellout thing. Not just, of course, with Ice Cube, but with a lot of other things. I might make a video on that some other time. But, yeah, are we there yet? I don't technically hate it, but it's kind of embarrassing that I do have it. I justify it because I love Ice Cube. However, even I don't love Ice Cube enough to ever get Are We Done Yet. That is a disaster. Alright, next is, again, you can see the dust. Remember, I have them stacked up, but, sometimes they have that little overlay and they get dust. Showtime! What? Showtime! It's Showtime! Okay, so, this was another one of those, and this was a used copy. Oh, by the way, these were brand new. Yeah, I got them brand new. That's how stupid I was. Showtime was used. I don't think I have. No, because if you ever bought used DVDs at Blockbuster, they always put all kinds of stickers on them. If I'm not mistaken, I think I was able to grab a box that didn't have that sticker. But anyway, Showtime is a movie that, again, mediocre. It's not funny, it's not miserable, it's just dumb. Dumb. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this. This was at a time when Eddie Murphy's career was already down the toilet. He was doing everything he could to stay relevant, and unfortunately, Robert De Niro will pretty much take on any job. He looks very bored in this movie, and Eddie Murphy too. He knows that this is a shit movie, so he basically throws in everything with this film. I think the only reason why I actually got this movie was because I don't really remember, but I think there's a chase scene in the middle of it, which was actually kind of cool. And also because I am a fan of these actors, I thought, well, maybe I should get it. But in reality, this just is not a good movie. And again, I think this was one of those buy two, get one free deals. So I got a lot of those movies, a lot of these kinds of movies, because of that deal. But this is one I probably should have just skipped out on. Not a good movie, not terrible, just incredibly mediocre. William Shatner's character, however, is actually kind of funny. Okay. So, the Halloween series has produced quite a few duds. This, I think, is one of the biggest, and that's Halloween Resurrection. This was definitely a buy one, get one free. I remember this one because there was one movie I wanted. It was buy two, get one free. There was one I wanted. It was a good movie, but there was nothing else. So I chose two duds. One is also in this pile, but this one was definitely one I had to pay for to get the free one. But yeah, there was three movies. One was a good movie that I wanted. This was, I kind of did want this movie just because I like Michael Myers. But then I watched it and it really sucks. And yeah, the third one was free, and it's a really bad one. I'll show you that soon. Yeah, I wanted this movie also because at the time, I had the hugest crush. The biggest crush on Tyra Banks. I would watch anything with her, and I had a calendar of her. I watched Lifesize. Remember that shit? Yeah, I watched that. I watched it happily because of Tyra Banks. She's really annoying in this movie, by the way. I barely remember this movie. As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever finished it. I watched about half of it. I kind of fast forward through it, and that was it. I don't remember shit from this movie, other than the fact that it is very boring. Tyra Banks' character is terrible. If I'm not mistaken, I think they kill off Jamie Lee Curtis's character in a dumb way. I don't know. Just a really terrible Halloween movie. Definitely makes you appreciate Halloween 3 a whole lot more. Okay. This one was new. I bought this, having watched it. I think this was another one that I bought for shallow reasons, and also too because I was kind of a completionist back in the day. I'm not so much anymore, but Be Cool! We have Be Cool! Yup, a brand new copy of Be Cool. Well, not brand new, I have used it. Get Shorty is one of my favorite comedies ever. It's a brilliant, well-made, hilarious, and sophisticated comedy. Be Cool is a sequel that came too late and just completely fucked everything up. So I only watched Get Shorty as a standalone movie. This shit, yes, I know it, I acknowledge it, but I don't watch it. The only good thing about this movie, the only clever thing about this movie, okay, there's a few funny things in this movie, but not enough to watch this movie again. But one has to do with the fact that it's PG-13, which of course Get Shorty was not. And I love the fact that there's a scene early on in the movie where John Travolta is talking to, I believe, James Woods, saying, you know, you can only say the F word once in a PG-13 movie? And Woods is like, really? Oh, you know what I say? Travolta, you know what I say? I say, fuck that. That was great. That was a great moment. I love that moment. And of course, The Rock, yeah, he was still considered The Rock. He's really funny in this movie. I mean, this came at a time where he was just barely coming out as an actor. So to go from Scorpion King and all this ass-kicking, you know, slaying movie roles he was doing, to do a silly, stupid comedy where he reenacts a scene from Bring It On, that's pretty funny. However, with all this talent, with all these really great actors, I mean, you even got Danny DeVito back, this movie sucks. I also got it because of Christina Milian. I had a crush on her like you can't believe. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have another movie in here because of that. If it's not in this pile, I don't know what it's at. It should be in this pile. But Be Cool is not a good movie. Not cool. It's stupid. And here it is. So, again, buy two, get one free. There was one movie that I wanted, but because of the sale, I thought, well, I should take advantage. So I got that Halloween sequel, and I was like, there's nothing here that I want. Well, I put the movie out because my mom actually liked it. May she rest in peace. She had some pretty shitty tastes. And I kind of liked it as well. But I'm embarrassed to have it. I'm really embarrassed to have it. It was free, but I should have just not even gotten a free movie. I have Kangaroo Jack in my collection, folks. I have Kangaroo fucking Jack. Why do I have Kangaroo Jack? Like I said, my mom liked it. She thought it was funny. Bit of a shallow reason as well. This actress right here, or this model turned actress turned, where did she go? I don't know. She was very pretty, and I got it because of her. And for a PG-rated movie, it's got kind of a sensual scene with her getting all wet and taking off her clothes. She doesn't get naked, but she's a very curvy woman, and yeah, pretty sensual for a PG-rated kids film. I do remember this actually having a bit of some decent action, but the comedy is awful. Jerry O'Connell, for one, is just not a funny guy. And Anthony Anderson, who has, of course, improved as an actor and a comedian, he's in this and it's just not good. And Christopher Walken is in this, I believe. I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm gonna actually watch this again to see if there's something I like about it. But this is a shitty movie. I do remember the fact that the kangaroo didn't actually talk. They always advertised him as talking and being all funny. And when I saw the movie, I'm like, oh, he doesn't even talk, so that's good, except for a hallucination, which is really terrible. Terrible scene. But yeah, I have Kangaroo Jack. Oh God, okay, this is a stinker and a half. I remember when this movie was in production, and I love westerns. And when I heard about this movie being in production, I was like, yes, cool, I love westerns, yay. Even though these actors are terrible, most of them. This movie didn't even make it to theaters. Or actually, it did. It did, but it was never advertised, and it was yanked out, I believe, in like a week. This is a really this is this isn't a B grade western. This is a Z grade. It's Texas Rangers. There was a movie that came out. I don't know if it's in this pile. American Outlaws with Colin Farrell. I remember liking that, and then realizing, no, this isn't good. This shit is awful. Like, this makes American Outlaws a companion piece to Tombstone. This is a shitty, awful, cliched, miserably edited, badly acted, poorly written film, not just a western. I mean, you can forgive westerns for cliches. All westerns have cliches, but this is a shit movie. First of all, you have James Vanderbeek. Why the fuck did I buy something with James Vanderbeek as the lead? And you have Ashton Kutcher, who at the time I really couldn't stand. And you have Usher, who, he's not an actor. Well, okay, actually, that's not fair. He was an actor. He did do a lot of acting. But, yeah, I don't want to talk about this one. I remember watching it and really trying to like it just because I like westerns so much, but this is shit. Just shit. Okay, here we go. So remember, I had a crush on Christina Milian. I actually did buy this new too, but it was on sale. This is fucking terrible. Ugh. I don't even want to show this one. I'm so embarrassed. Love don't cost a thing. Ugh. This is an awful movie. And it has... This is how you know I bought it for a woman. Because it has Nick Cannon. I fucking hate Nick Cannon with a passion. And you know the funny thing is, she's not even, Christina Milian isn't even that great looking in this movie. By the way, the disc doesn't even stay in its container or its holder because this is missing a few of its teeth. I don't care if it gets scratched up or what. Anyway, this is a shitty movie. Yes, I know it's a remake of Can't Buy Me Love. It has Steve Harvey. It's so shitty, so unfunny. Nick Cannon being Nick Cannon, ugh. And then, of course, these had a relation. The funniest thing to me that came out of this movie was the relationship between these two. And when they had a really bad breakup. And I remember when she went on a radio station, Power 106, they interviewed her. And they asked her about Nick Cannon's package. And she's like, well, he ain't no Cannon. Like, whoa, shit. This is a shitty movie. I don't even know what to say other than the fact that I got it because of her. Oh, God. The movie that LL Cool J himself hated being a part of. Rollerball, the remake to Rollerball. Why did I buy the remake to Rollerball? And it's the R-rated edition. What? Okay, so to be entirely honest, I bought this because of the sound. When I rented it, my dad and I watched it, and the best thing about it was the sound. They're skating around the arena, and they're going left and right. The sound is great. I remember that. Just the fact that the sound was very good. And, like, I remember even telling a guy who wasn't... He was at Blockbuster to buy some movies to demonstrate sound. And I told him, look, this is a shitty movie. I gave him a used copy, and I said, this is a shitty movie, but the sound is great because it has a lot of directional sound and surround sound and whatnot. The movie itself is terrible. LL Cool J has gone on record to say that he hates this movie. And Chris Klein, Chris Klein, too many Chris's in Hollywood. He's awful. He's just he always made the worst leading man. Jean Reno is a terrible villain, and I love Jean Reno. And what the hell is with Rebecca Romijn in a black wig? No. Very shitty movie. Definitely stick with the original 70s version with James Caan, I think it is. That's a good movie. This is ass. And I got it brand new. Alright, in all honesty, this is probably more of a guilty pleasure. But I don't want to watch it again. And of course, you got, I do believe Christina Milian is in this movie. But it also has Ice Cube. Twerk. And yeah, this was used. This is I don't know what to say. This movie just has stupid, silly CGI everywhere. They cast Ice Cube as a biker, and you can tell he don't know how to ride a bike. There's a scene where you can clearly tell he's on a bike, and you can clearly tell the bike is being pulled. And he's like holding on for dear life. This guy, I don't know whatever happened to this guy. Like, seriously, he just disappeared. Same thing with this chick. She like, this movie was so bad that these people disappeared, except for Ice Cube. I don't know what to say. This was another movie that had good sound, which is why I liked watching it. But it's like they try to make fun of Fast and Furious, but the fact is this is a really shitty movie, so they failed with that. I'll hold off on that one. I don't think I bought this. I think this was a field destroy. This probably shouldn't even be in this pile, but since it's with dirty movies, that's why I have it in the pile. Dirty Love. This is awful. Although, to be honest, I don't remember this at all. To be honest, I don't remember this shit at all. So I shouldn't say anything. The only thing I can kind of remember is the movie being so bad, I was like just thinking, to at least give me something to remember, can McCarthy just at least be topless? And if I remember this correctly, she does get topless, but she has vomit all over her. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you, movie. Fuck you. Here's another movie that I did not buy. This one I did not buy, yet I haven't burned it or destroyed it. This was actually left at my house by a former friend. The guy, he stayed the weekend, he was gonna move, and he needed a place to stay. He was a good friend of mine. Now he just, he disappeared. He's kind of a hippie, probably out in the woods, dodging the IRS, I don't know. But, yeah, the guy was a co-worker, and he knew I hated this movie, and he purposely left it. He brought it in my house, and he left a copy of Ultraviolet. I hate this movie. It is garbage and trash. The effects are terrible. The story, everything about this movie is just a joke. The only way I could get by watching this movie is by assuming it's a comedy. Truth be told, there are worse movies than this, but this movie is so stupid. For a while, I actually did have it with my comedy section. I'm not even kidding. After a while, I yanked it out. No, I'm not gonna put this in plain sight. This movie has horrible special effects. Like, I remember the chase scene where she's on a motorcycle and then she's being hunted down by helicopters. Mila Jovovich, Pretty Woman, horrible actress. People bitch about the Resident Evil movies. Yeah, look at this one. Look at this one. But yeah, I remember her being chased by motorcycles, helicopters. I remember those helicopters looking like cartoons. Alright, so the Medallion with Jackie Chan. This is another used copy. I don't know. What did I say? Oh, well, Claire Filoni, she's gorgeous, by the way. I remember actually liking the first half of this movie because Jackie Chan did actual stunt work. He did some good stunt work. It's really, really good action sequences in that regard. But then he becomes superpowered because of the Medallion, and it gets really stupid and really shitty. Plus, you had Lee Evans, who I don't think was ever a funny comedian ever, but for some reason he was like a rising star, and he just did not play well with Jackie Chan. I don't know. I guess it's kind of harmless, but in reality, it's not. It's just a really shitty movie. Alright, so admittedly, I bought this because of one reason. Now, we have The Wash. Yup, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, The Wash. This is a really bad comedy. Just awful. Awful, awful, awful. I bought it for $5, only for the soundtrack. That's the only way they could make people buy this movie, was to get the soundtrack, which was pretty good. The movie itself is shit. The only thing that was actually good in the movie was Eminem. Eminem played a psychopath, disgruntled worker. He's funny in the movie. And then by the end of the movie, he's like, shoots up the car wash with an AK. It's stupid. But yeah, I don't know how this movie happened. I don't get it at all. And I don't know why I have it. I mean, I should have taken the soundtrack, put it in a case, and then dumped this movie entirely. We're almost done, guys. I don't know what to say about Hollywood Homicide. I don't. Definitely Harrison Ford wouldn't have anything to say about it. He would just pretend he doesn't remember it. I do like the behind the scenes stories with this one, but the fact that these two did not like each other. I think that I got this for the same reason as I did with Showtime, where it had not a lot of action, but it had like some okay action, but the comedy was garbage. There's a lot of humor in this movie that's, I think, meant to be that's meant to be rated R, but the fact that this is PG-13, they had to water themselves down. 2 thumbs up! 2 thumbs up! Why? Yeah, and I bought a brand new. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one. I have nothing to say. This movie, I liked it, but then I realized, no, this is stupid. Darkness Falls. Now, I also kind of saw this as a comedy as well, only because it was filled with so many stupid people that couldn't do something as simple as stay out of the fucking shadows. To me, that's what cracked me up about the movie, was the fact that this is about an evil tooth fairy. That's bad enough. But then, the fact that, I don't know. Brand new, by the way. I got it brand new. It cracked me up when, everyone's like, stay out of the shadows, she'll get you. And people would back up in the shadows. And then that evil witch would just come out. Ah! It used to crack me up. But this is a really stupid shit movie. Alright, so we have two doozies right here. Yeah. You're probably wondering, where's Daredevil? Fuck you, I like Daredevil. Compared to this, Daredevil, I had no problem displaying Daredevil. This? Okay, so let me explain this one. First of all, how could I resist the beautiful Jennifer Garner in this outfit, on this cover? Okay, I got it for that. But also because, again, I used to get free rentals. And I rented it before it came out. I put it on, but I didn't watch it. I was busy. I think I was actually wrapping Christmas gifts. But I remember seeing a bunch of action happening, thinking, oh shit, this is probably a great movie. And of course, it's a comic book movie. I was trying to buy every comic book movie out there. And I thought Ghost Rider should be in this pile. I hate Ghost Rider. And yeah, I bought that one. Yeah, I remember thinking, wow, this should be really good. And of course, I liked her in Daredevil. I had a crush on Jennifer Garner. I still do. I love watching those credit card commercials. And I love this cover. That's the only reason why I don't entirely hate myself, because she's so hot in this cover. When I saw the movie, when I actually sat down and watched the movie, I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this nonsense? This is a stupid movie. Really bad, very dull, no common sense whatsoever, just really shitty. So, I don't know what else to say. Just, like, Daredevil was okay. This is just garbage. Really, really shit. I'm getting tired of talking. Last but most definitely least, oh yeah, remember I was talking about how, I have movies from the worst list of worst review movies ever made. I have the top one. The one that's sitting at 0% on Rotten Tomatoes forever. Okay, Ballistic X vs. 7. This was another movie that I had rented, I put on, I was multitasking. This is why I don't recommend multitasking with a brand new movie you've never seen. No, you watch that shit. I had this on, saw all these action sequences, which aren't even that good, and yet I thought, oh, I should have that movie. Brand new, on the release date, I bought this. At the time, I didn't know anything about movie reviews. I wasn't looking at Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot. But when I sat down and watched this, I put myself in a state of denial, thinking, oh, well, that was cool. Yeah, because I just spent $20 on this fucking thing. Why does it even call it X versus 7? Because something like that, they have a little scuffle. They become allies. And, oh my god. Antonio Banderas is a washed up cop. He can't fight worth shit. He can barely shoot anything. Lucy Liu is this assassin who's just so deadpan. She's not even interesting. And I love Lucy Liu. I love both these actors. But you can tell they were having no fun making this movie. It's so dull, soulless, boring, confusing. There's no plot worth talking about. I mean, every bad thing you've heard about this movie is true. Now, is it the worst movie ever made? No. It's the worst review movie? Yes. But there are worse films. However, this is a really shitty movie, considering the fact that it came from a big studio. It had two big stars at the time, I should say. The director goes by the name of Chaos. He didn't even want to put his real name on it, and he disappeared after this. Not to mention, it's rated R. There's nothing rated R about it. It could have been PG-13 and would have been just as fine. The violence is practically bloodless. There's no cussing. There's no sex. There's no enjoyment. And I have it forever. So you're probably wondering, why do I have these movies? Why don't I just dump them? I have them as a reminder. As a reminder to never get really awful movies ever again. Unless, admittedly, I like them. I don't like these movies. I bought them on impulse. Maybe there's a couple of them that are okay, but they're not good and worth watching. But I bought... Again, some of these movies I didn't buy, they were free or whatever, but I consciously wanted them. This nasty stack of movies will go back where it belongs, over there collecting dust. But they'll always serve as a reminder to be selective. Don't just buy anything just because I want it or I think it's gonna be good. Or, and here's something that a lot of people don't realize. You need to listen to what critics have to say. You need to take into consideration what they have to say. You don't have to make your final decision based on critics, but you should take their word into consideration, because when a movie like this is at 0%, there's probably a good fucking reason for it. So listen to critics. Listen to word of mouth. Read reviews. Decide whether or not you want to see the movie, but really consider the possibility that it's a movie that is panned, has your attention, it probably doesn't deserve it. So guys, I am out. This has already been a really long video. I don't know who the fuck is gonna watch this. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I guess I deserve it. Thank you guys. I will see you guys for the next review, next whatever video. Or, again, you can always see me on Twitch. Follow my links, my social media links in the description. Always get at me. Whatever you want to do, it's all good. and don't watch any of his movies. Ever. Peace out, I'm done. What's